Well, good morning guys. We are back here at Auto Illusions because today is the day. Finally, we do the exhaust on the C63. I mean, it sounds good, but it's gonna be completely different by the end of this video. We've gotten everything out of the box. The first thing that we're opening though is because I want to show you guys, as you know, we're doing a full FI, frequency intelligent exhaust install today on my C63. Here are the tips. And this is a cool little thing that FI does. So we got the FI logo right there, and then also my logo. That is so cool. So huge thanks to FI for making it kind of personal. I like it. So our first order of business is, of course, to remove the stock exhaust. And here we can kind of see what it looks like. It's stock mufflers, stock tips, pretty big mufflers. No valves on these mufflers, unlike the new ones that we'll take a look at here shortly. Got resonator, cats, and Rich is already whining about getting to the headers. You know, it's a German car. It's always tight in the engine bay, especially with a big ass motor like this one here. All right, so we got every part out here. We got the mufflers, not in specific order really, but look at this. Mufflers, they're all marked. Mike AutoVlog, that is so cool. And here are the headers. Look at that. So we got an exhaust-free C63. Everything is gone here, from the mufflers, the cats. What we have left now is the headers, and that is going to be a bit. But yeah, this is the third time that I'm using FI for exhaust on my car. First time I did it was the W205 C63. The second one that I had, we had the catless downpipes. And if you guys follow the channel, you already know we have a full system on the Ferrari straight pipe. And now it's the W204's turn, and I think this might be the most brutal thing we ever do because of long tube headers. So I'm trying to get this on video here just to show you guys how hard it is to reach. You can see the tip of the socket sticking out. We're trying to get the last, or not the last, but one of the top screws out on the stock header. It is so tight up there. You can't get the gun up there either. Just trying to do this by hand. I'm actually giving Rich a little breather here. He's the one who's been doing it. I feel like I'm turning it, but at this point, I don't know if my fingers are just slipping. So the thing is, we're actually gonna order brand new nuts and studs and gaskets. We've been calling around, and none of the dealerships around there have all of this stuff, so we're gonna have to order it. Like Morgantown had one gasket, and we need more than that. So this job is actually gonna continue on Monday. Unfortunately, I wanted to get all this done today, but no can do. And then it's the weekend. We're gonna have to wait till Monday. We knew that, you know, headers was gonna be hard. Is it possible to even reach from up top? You think it's harder, right?
Front two.
Front two, okay.
Because I can get, the back two, the wheel wells in the way. Unlike you, there's this much room between the valve cover and the shock tower.
Right.
I feel like I'm getting one turn every 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Or maybe longer.
Say, who says I don't get my hands dirty?
Yeah.
You getting it?
It's there.
So getting them off, Rich was enlightening me here, getting the stock headers off. It's actually a cakewalk compared to. Is it on there? No.
Got it.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Yes. Getting these on, that's gonna be the hard part.
I'm gonna let it down. I think I'm gonna drain the air conditioning
Okay.
Pull the AC line and get the tube from the top.
All right, so we're gonna remove the air conditioning hose here and like this intake box and stuff, because that, if this is gone, it's easier to be able to reach from up top here. Now we've started on the side that's the hardest side, and that's the driver's side. You see here on the passenger side, you can actually see the manifold, and there's a lot better reach. So we're gonna do that one right away, and then this one later. All right, so we're on the passenger side now, and look, like you don't have room. There's still, I mean, more room than over here, but there's still no room, so you can't really get like an air tool up there or anything. I have to bleep that. This sucks.
Here.
This is the last nut right here on the passenger side. That's the only one we could reach with an air tool. There we go. It's still warm. We've been doing this for hours. I mean, it's obviously not scalding hot, but it's still warm. Look at the difference in size here. Look at that. Versus this. This is gonna be fun, Rich. Dude. Get them right next to each other here. So long tube header. Stock header. And by the way, here is the old exhaust. And these AMG mufflers, the stock ones that I have, they seem to be in high demand. I've had several people contacting me regarding wanting to buy these off of me. But I'm gonna keep them for now, but who knows, maybe I'll sell them eventually. I mean, how much, yeah.
If I can get the line pulled back a little bit, now I could get my hand in there and get those nuts. Without
these nuts. Bit more room.
Bit more.
Bit more. See those? Two left, you can see one right there. And then we have one a little further in there. It's hard to get it on video.
There you go. Good.
Perfect. Hey, hey, maybe I can get it with my hand now.
Yeah, if I lose it.
Oh, in my finger.
It's going.
There we go.
Yeah.
Fun fact. This fingertip, you see that? I actually cut this finger off about 20 years ago. It was a deep flesh cut, but fingers actually grow back out. Did you know that, Rich?
No, huh?
You don't like cut it like in the bone, of course. So my fingertip freaking grew back out. It's a little mutilated, but so I'm real sensitive in this fingertip. And when I was, this is how I was getting the screw out. It's so damn tight in there. Both of them out. Again, look how tiny this is. So we have test fitted one of the headers on the passenger side just to see that it fits. There's not some.
The only thing it's touching is the dipstick. It's not touching.
And there's
any.
one stud sticking out there, so that's sort of what it's half hanging on. But look at that. That is amazing. It looks so cool, but the thing is, you're never going to see this because it's under the car. But yeah, so when we have the new gaskets, the studs, and the bolts and everything, we just get it on there. All right, so here you guys can see, I mean, it's a lot of exhaust. It really is. Header all the way. I mean, we don't have the mufflers connected here, but for today, the video is actually done. I mean, you guys see everything in the same video, but we've ordered a bunch of parts that come in on Monday, and that's when we're gonna get this exhaust on there and get a start up and have fun. Well, good morning and happy Monday to you guys. We got some breakfast. I just went and picked up the parts that we've been waiting for. Hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. These are the valve cover gaskets. We got new clamps, nuts, got some seals, and down there somewhere is also new studs. So let's finally get back to business. So Rich's son, by the way, is starting to build his truck. He's got a Tundra here. It's looking real good. He actually has the 33s that I had on for just like a week or two. They bought them before I bought the 35s. Truck's looking nice, man. So when I left Friday, Rich actually did all the wiring and everything for the valve control system. So same button as I have in the F12. So that's been done. So if you guys can see that, we got the air tank back here, and He's connected solenoid, valves, and so on. It's all connected here. So at the push of a button, we'll be able to close the valves, or pretty much 99% of the time, have them open. So we got new studs on. There. So we're gonna get the new gaskets on there as well, and then start mounting the long tube headers. All right, so we got the gasket on. We got all the studs on. We're gonna try to just, finagle in this long tube header here. All right, so the 4 bottom screws on the driver's side header are on there. They're not fully tightened, but it's the top ones that are going to be an issue. So that's what we're going to start with now. So here's the old studs and nuts. I mean, they're not horrible, but we figured when we put new headers on there and stuff, why not get new studs and nuts? And the thing is, on the driver's side here, we've actually done pretty good. I mean, Rich, obviously. I maybe like turned a nut like... But now we got 2 left up top that we're going to get from up top here, and we're actually kind of happy because it hasn't been that hard. We thought it was going to be a lot more time consuming, so we almost had the driver's side done. Then we're going to do the passenger, and then we're going to do a cold start with open headers. So after hours and hours of a lot of righty-tighty, we finally... There's been no lefty-loosey whatsoever. Just righty-tighty today. We got both of the long tube headers on there. CO2 sensors are being clicked back in. So the hard part is done. Easy part is what we have left. Old exhaust here. The new exhaust just needs to go on. But it's finally time for a startup with open headers. Yeah, that's pretty loud. It's gonna sound a whole lot different when we get the exhaust on though. Take a look at this beautiful exhaust underneath there. We got everything hooked up except for the tips, and we're just finalizing with the valve system here. Got X pipe here. I'm showing you guys this because this is probably the last time you see it. It looks really pretty, but you know, we're gonna get shields on here and stuff. Everything is on there. The long tube headers probably took like a full day, 8 hours all in all. The rest of the exhaust, like this part to here, 20 minutes. And we just gotta get the tips on. Yeah, see, I can't do this with one hand. That looks so mean. Look at these tips. They're brutal. What do you think, Rich? You've done many exhausts in your life.
I've never heard that like that.
Yeah, they haven't heard it yet.
That sounded...
We had to quickly start the car up because to check the air conditioning and everything, and we're gonna get a proper startup now with the full exhaust. And it sounds mean. All right, finally, we got everything buttoned up. Look at this, man. These tips are just brutal. I love it. We're finally done. Man, this was a job. It took a long time, but it's all worth it. We're gonna get the first startup here with the full exhaust on. I'm excited. You do the honors, Rich. Holy oh, that sounds so good. Dude, that is amazing. Wow. So now we're just gonna sync up the app and everything with the valves, and then we'll do a new clip. The valve's closed and the valve's open. But man, that sounds good. What do you think, Rich?
I like it.
So we'll get a startup from inside the car here. That's 2,500 RPM. 2,500. It's not really warm yet, so we're gonna give it a little time here. So when you get an FI exhaust, you get this app or an FI exhaust with the electronic valve system, you also get this remote control. So right now, the valves are closed. Still sounds awesome. We're gonna open them up. Are you kidding me? Dude, this is sick. You can use the app as well. Turn them off. All right, Junior, why don't you hop in here? And by the way, it's a brand new exhaust, and they put a lot of, you know, grease and oil and stuff in the exhaust. That's why you guys see all the smoke here. All right, so give it a couple revs, like three grand. Yeah.
Quick.
There you go. All right, hold on. Close the valves. Valves closed. Go. I love it. This is why I choose FI every time, and their stuff is brilliant. Go! Yes, sir. Let's get it out on the road. Man, this sounds so good. And I mean, I love it. So I'm gonna go pick up my buddy Mike, and we're gonna do some proper little flybys and get some proper sound clips.
Mike, first time been in the car, it's nice.
Yeah, I love this car. What I love about the exhaust is that, you know, I mean, it still has that same AMG growl. It's just like, it's more, you know?
The freaking pipes are awesome on it.
I love it.
There's a throttle response much better.
You kidding? Yeah, I mean, from the tune. And I mean, I'm gonna go get the car dynoed, because I don't know, you know, with this full exhaust, I mean, it's gained power. The car feels faster. Now traction control is off, so it just wants to spin all the time. It's nasty. There's no drone either.
No,
I mean,
it's not, like,
see how
right now
quiet it is? We're just cruising, and the valves are open. So check this out. So this is valves open. Of course, you've heard it already.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, it's like a completely different.
Oh, yeah. Your neighbors will love you for once.
I mean, that's almost too quiet.
Yeah, it has. Like
it really is. I mean, it's like nothing.
Yeah.
Because on the Ferrari, you know, when you have the valves closed, it almost sounds like it did when it was stock, and then it's just mega screamer when the valves are open. Yeah, I'll never drive around like this. This is pathetic.
Just take that and throw it out the window.
No, but it is nice. If my wife ever wanted to drive the car and stuff, she can.
Yeah. What?
Holy crap, the down.
Oh, it sounds incredible. And you gotta love those markings. I feel like the Strad man. My ears are going.
Thanks, dude. Man, I gotta say, I absolutely love this. I know I always get very, like, super excited when I do these exhaust videos and stuff. I'll be honest, for a little while I was worried about, you know, the long tube headers, like, is it gonna be too crazy? But honestly, 100%, I'm so happy I did it. If I didn't have the long tube headers, I'd probably be slightly disappointed. It's perfect, no drone, nothing, and it's just loud when you get on it, and subtle. Like, I don't even have to really keep the valves closed ever. You can see here, it's just normal, like taking off, and then if you push it, so we dropped Mike off. I'm on my way home, and this is cruising speed on the highway. I mean, we're going like 65 miles an hour, and the car is completely quiet with the valves open. And if you stomp on it, it opens up, and it sounds phenomenal. I am so happy with the outcome of this exhaust. I mean, this is just amazing. Huge thanks to F5. I mean, they just knocked it out of the park with this exhaust. Extremely aggressive under load, but very, you know, livable and normal while just cruising around. If you guys want to check out their products, I do have a link for them in the description below. See if they have something for your car. I mean, I'm just absolutely in love with it. I don't see any reason to ever go with any other exhaust manufacturer ever. Well, guys, you know what it's time for. Or should we save it to the next video? Save it? No? Yeah? Of course we're not going to save it. First tunnel run.